Welcome to another MicroBrew version of Brew Talks with Scott and Scott. Every now and then we have some interesting extra material that just doesn't fit in with our regular Brew Talks episodes. We call these short segments MicroBrews. We hope you enjoy listening.
Well, hello everyone. I'm sitting here with my friend John, and John and I have just played 9 holes of virtual golf.
At Bandon Dunes.
At Bandon Dunes. And so this could be a tastings from afar, given that we're coming to you from Bandon Dunes. And we decided after 9 holes it was time for a beer. And I talked to John about it, and he's willing to try out the Harmons Half Day Hazy IPA non-alcoholic beer. So I'm going to crack it, and John, we're going to give it a taste.
Sounds good.
There we go, cracking. And why don't you tell me what you see when it comes out of the can?
A little bit of a head on it, but not too much.
Yeah?
It looks just about right.
Looks about right?
The color looks nice. Nice amber, golden.
Looks like a hazy, doesn't it?
Yep, it's hazy. So generally a fan. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Let's have a taste. Ah, what do you notice of that?
It's nice and tart, but it actually tastes good. So,
you know, the first thing that came up for me was the aroma or the smell of it, and it definitely has the hazy kind of...
Yeah, a bit of hoppy taste and flavor to it.
Yeah. And one of the things I noticed about this beer, we've been taste testing quite a few, and many of them are like around the 50 calories range. This one's around 70. And if you compare it to the hazies that you drink normally, would you say it has a similar taste, a different taste?
I think it tastes pretty similar. I miss the buzz, but I
Yeah.
miss the taste of the alcohol, really. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the one of the differences that we've found is that, you know, that there is a fairly similar taste. Unlike some of the others that we've tasted, though, I don't find this to be significantly lighter than the hazy beers that I like.
True enough. I like it.
Yeah.
And I've had lots of non-alcoholic beers like the Corona and the Budweiser and Molson, I think. But I haven't really found any that I say are really good. Not bad, but this one actually I would buy a 6-pack of this.
You would? Oh, cool. So Harmons, I'm sure, will be happy to hear that. I would, too. We have a scale that we've been using. So a 1 is, I'd throw this in my planter, but I'd be afraid of killing the plants. So that's 1. 2 is, this is like the old O'Douls, like the really first-time alcoholic beers. 3 is, you know, I'm not going to throw it out, but I'm not going to run out and buy it. 4 is kind of like, wow, why even bother with alcohol? You know, I mean, tastes great as it is. And 5 is Hall of Fame beer.
Okay.
So on that scale, what would you give it?
I'd give it a 4.
Yeah?
I would, yeah.
You know
I don't want to give it a 5. I need room to grow. But it's fairly tasty. I like it as a non-alcoholic beer. It's good.
Yeah, no, I haven't had this one before. I've had several others that...
Is this from the U.S. or where's it from?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm not sure where Harmons is from. Don't have my reading glasses.
If it's from the U.S., I'll have to wait 3 years.
It's Toronto.
Okay, great.
Yeah, no, it's out of Toronto.
I'm not that mad at Ontario.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with a Harmons craft beer. I'm going to have to do some research and find out if they have alcohol beers as well, but they certainly make a darn good hazy IPA.
Yeah.
And as I say, 70 calories, and it's a 12-ounce can, and highly recommended by both John and I. We both give it why I need the alcohol.
So we can get this from Ontario because it's not an alcoholic beer? Because I think getting alcohol from Ontario is a problem, right? Or at least beer and wine.
You know, that's a really good question, and Scott and I are going to have to research that and find out what's going on with that. But I don't know at this point, but I do know that there are a lot of craft beers coming in here from Quebec and Ontario in particular. Cool. And also there's a number of German alcohol-free beers that you can buy in Canada now too.
That doesn't sound very German at all.
No, yeah. Well, you know, interestingly enough, we found out that 8 to 10% of all beer sales in Germany are non-alcoholic now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
So really enjoyed it. A crisp, nice beer that goes down easily. And I think Harmons has a hit on their hand with this hazy IPA.
Give it a try, folks.
All right. Thanks for your time today, John.
You're welcome.
As always, come back and hear more stories and more tales from the boys at Brew Talks, Scott and Scott. Until next time.
Harmons Half Day Hazy IPA is brewed by Harmons Craft Brewing in Toronto. Brew Talk's original theme music produced by Zach Wong. Brew Talk's original graphics designed by Shelby Smithson. Brew Talk's podcast produced and edited by Scott and Scott.